Hey guys, it's Amy with Crafts by Aimee. I'm in another event today, and I need to grab something before I start. So I'm here, Miss Tracy, if you're showing me out. I just need to grab something from the other side of my table. I'm here, I promise. To get some stuff that I left over on this side of my table. And it's not exactly easy to walk around to get to it. But I'm here, I promise. I didn't leave. I'm here. It's been a day already today, guys. I think that sound was Miss Tracy shearing me in, because I don't have Do Not Disturb on. Let me turn that on, just in case my sister texts me or something. Because I can check that later. So it's 7 Eastern, 6 Central. It's my time, and we are in Wendy's event group, Dusty Granny's Crafts by Wendy. It is another Adventures and Journaling Day, and today's theme is summer snippets and pretty pages. So when Wendy said that, I thought it meant pretty pages, like not summer pages, like it was summer snippets and pretty pages. So I'm doing something pretty. So hey Tracy, thank you. First thing I'm gonna do is grab my mat and put it back on my table because I took it off yesterday. So we're gonna work in my shabby chic journal. I haven't done this in a while, and it's about time. Hey, Miss Beth. So we're gonna work in this today. I might do a snippet for it, but we're gonna do something in here. So Miss Lisa from Fergie's Crafting Connection gave me the idea to go find my roll of tape that goes in the a cash register, because I do have one of those, because that was one of my things I wanted as a kid. I always wanted a cash register. I had a kid one when I was a kid, but I wanted like a real cash register. So one day I bought one off of eBay. And I'm talking about like I was not like old. I was not young when I did it, but I was not old either. I was like in my 20s when I did it. And I still have some of the tape because I never really used it that much. I didn't have a business, so yeah. But I still had like uh four rolls of this stuff. So yeah. It's the same stuff I think you use in an adding machine or a calculator, whatever you want to call those things. So before me was Miss Teresa L Creations, and up after me is Growing Crafts by Kim. So I've never done a snippet before, you guys, or at least not one like this. I've done like the little one that Wendy showed us a long, long time ago. So I have some ribbons, some lace and stuff. I have some papers, but I also have my container that has all of my weird stuff in it. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Oh, it's not really weird stuff, but I mean, like, this is a little piece of red fabric, and this is a little piece of wrapping paper, and there's just all kinds of stuff in here. So we're gonna use some of that, and I'll figure this out as we go. I also did go grab my box of like ephemera stuff that I have. So I have this container. I know Beth has one of these, and mine's got all kinds of weird stuff in it. So we're probably going to take some things out of here, because my shabby chic journal has a lot of stuff from this, because I love the Paris stuff that's in here and the travel things and all of that goodness. And we might get something out of that. I think I'm going to use that. Well, we may use something out of that. I don't know. I love these containers too, Beth. They're like one of my favorite things. What is this? I don't know what this is, but I'll pull this one out too. I love just containers in general. That one out. I don't think that's something I want. I don't. That's something I want. I don't think this is something I want. Yeah, I don't need circus stuff. Hey, Miss Sharon, how are you doing? You make it safely to Washington? Okay. Oh, look, that's where those library things are. I have pockets, like the library pockets that you put in the back of a book. And I was like, I don't know where the heck they are. Turns out I put them in this container. So, and I took out my punch that's like the scallop edge. And yes, I have a Tootsie Pop there because I wanted a Tootsie Pop earlier and I didn't need it. And it's just sitting here. So, I honestly have no clue where to start with this because, like I said, I've never done one of these. I also have some mini doilies out. I have some guest checks. These are just papers. I have a huge one of this, but I don't know where it went. But they're like, this might actually be it. I don't know. Dictionary pages on one side and book pages and some sheet music. So I've got that, and I've got these doilies that I got from Amazon. I might cut one of these up and put it in here, like part of it. I do appreciate the sprinkles, Miss Sharon. I do hope you're feeling a little bit better. So I might go through here. So I am that person. These pages all came, all mixed together, and I went through it, and I found all of these pages from this book and put them in order by the page number up at the top. Yes, I did. And for the for the dictionary pages, I put them in order by the alphabet. Hey, Melissa, come in here on your craft page. I hope your screen is doing better today. So yeah, I am that person. So I'm going to go through here and see if I can find, I don't know, a word that I like maybe. Something that relates to art. Ooh, we have art. We have the actual word art on that page. And I still have my book somewhere, the one I tear pages out of. I think it's in my bag. I took my Disney stuff downstairs earlier thinking, oh, Emmy will want to help me with this. Yeah, that girl, she found an old, it's not really, I mean, it's hers. I got it when she was a baby. An old, like, it plays these little plastic CDs and it's Sesame Street. And I swear to you guys, she was playing with that thing for like an hour today. She also went into my dad's office and figured out how to log into his computer. I still don't know how she did that. But yeah, she did that today. I told my mom, I was like, did you see where she went? And I couldn't see her. She was sitting in a chair facing the window. And I was like, I hear her, but I don't see her. My mom walked in there and she's like, she's in the chair. I'm like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense why it's all the way over against the window. But yeah, she figured out how to log into the computer. And I'm like, I don't know how because it has a password on it. I might use that piece of paper. Okay, I just pulled a couple of sheets out of this so I can put that aside. I grabbed one of the doilies out of that. So let's grab something out of these. Let's see. These are all like receipts and library card things. I don't think I'm going to use any of these. I might, I don't know, but they're cardstock. And I'm probably going to sew this. I do have my sewing machine. It is accessible. It's just not on my desk. These, I think, are stickers. Yeah, I don't want to use these. They're stickers. Let's just look through this and pull. These are just little pieces of cut up paper that came in a thing from from Temu. I'm like, what am I trying to say? So I thought I might go through this and look for like I don't know, a ticket that doesn't really mean anything, or like one of these things. Like, how many of us actually know what is on this little sheet of paper with all of these numbers and signs? Hey, Victoria, I hope you are feeling better. This I can tell that I ripped with a, not ripped, I actually cut it with a wavy, I can show you exactly what I was using. Like one of these blades that goes with one of my paper trimmers. It has a wavy blade, and I used that on that. I could tell from the edges. Drake University. I think that's made up, but one of those. Just gonna look through and kind of see what's in here. And like I said, these were some that I cut out myself. They were from a thing that I got from Etsy. So those are cardstock. I'm not sure what's in here. These are cardstock too. This is a kit from Words Aimee. It's from Hobby Lobby. Wow. The words are really not coming out today, you guys. Ooh, this is cool. Monterey International Pop Music Festival. So a lot of these are tickets to like music events. And I think these are stickers. Could be wrong, but I think they are. Oh, well, there you go. I learned something new from Beth tonight. I just thought that was fake. Most of these things are. Apparently that one was not. But I'm pretty sure that these are... Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm pretty sure these are stickers. This one says storage label, and it says contents, scrap sampler. Hi, Miss Lisa. We're going through some of this stuff to put with my snippet. Because I went and found a whole roll of this cash register tape that I have. And I was telling everybody how I always wanted a cash register when I was a kid, and I finally bought one as a semi-adult. And I used to play with it as an adult. Okay, I don't really think I want anything else out of this. Because they're all stickers. I don't really want stickers. Let's see. What is in this? A lot of this is cardstock too. It's like mini pieces of stuff, and it's just got all kinds of stuff in it. I buy a lot of stuff from Timo, in case y'all can't tell. I have not placed an order with them lately, though, so I need to order some stuff, though. I've had it in my cart forever. I just haven't pressed buy. Now, here's one that's like a tag. Let's pull that out. Baltimore Steam Packet. Queensland 1 penny. Oh, these are cute. I'm not going through all of this. What is this? I don't know what that is. This looks like it could be perforated. I might perforate that because I do have that tool. Got a pretty butterfly up in here. I don't know if that really goes with my aesthetic because it's kind of dark or darker. Public school. By your daily conduct, your character is formed. 3 merits. Okay. A taffeta ribbon binding. That could be for something to put in my other journal, my sewing one. I don't know what that says, but I like the color on it. That Atchison, Topeka, and SFR Co. Passenger check. Okay. Fragile. Do not drop. I don't even think that this was from Timo. I think this might have been Tim Holtz stuff, but like snippet stuff. I tend to save the Paris stuff for this journal because I like putting that stuff in here. So, done with this one. One more we can look through. And we can cut some pieces of ribbon. I don't think I want to use the butterfly. This just fell out of here. Because I think the butterfly is too dark of a color for me. Just because my shabby chic book is very, like, lively. So these are, I know this is from Temu. These are all, like, paper tickets. And they're, like, I don't know what kind of paper it is, but it feels vintagey. If that makes sense. And a lot of them are, like, cut, like, different. Like, this one has the little tag. Like, not tag, the ticket edge. Where it's cut. Like, you can't even see the edge. Well, just know that it's there. What is this? I'm just going to grab a few things out of this one. Maybe that piece. Like I said, I've never done one of these before. I have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, this must be a ticket to a zoo. I'm not taking that out of this box, but it's cute. This looks like a half-naked dude. What is this ticket for? I don't know what it's for. The Milwaukee Electric Railroad. I don't know, some ticket-looking things. Oh, here's a Christmas one. A weekly pass to some kind of Christmas thing. That'll come in handy for my junk journal that I did. That's Christmas themed. What does this say? This coupon is good for its face value. It doesn't tell you what it's for real though. It just says that. It doesn't have like a company or anything on it. And there are more at the bottom that are those ticket things, but I don't think I'm gonna try and dig down there. I think we've got enough stuff that we can put on there. I'm just gonna move these back out of the way. I would say I would put them on top of the thing, but I don't know if it'll fit. I feel like it will fall over. I also could have done a snippet on this. This is masking paper. It's 6 inches wide. It just would have been a wide one. I could have done it like this too. Hey, Wendy lady. So I'm pretty sure this is a sticker. I don't know if I want to use it, but I can always cut it and round the corners. I don't know if my corner rounder is by me though. It might still be in my bag from my sister's house. So, like I said, I'm gonna cut this into a smaller piece. I'm gonna see what's in here that I can use. I sewed this to make a stretchy cover for something, and I don't know why it's in here. Let's just see what's in here. Some French pages. Some heart things. Piece of that burlap scrap that I love. The webbing. There's a half circle that I cut out of something. Some pretty blue lace. I don't know that I would sew this on, but I could glue this on if I chose to. I don't think I want to use that though. What else is in here? I don't want to sew those people on. I'm saving those for my other journal. And by people, I mean these people that I did out of some cardstock. So, didn't take a ton out of this. I also have these paper pads that we can rip pieces from. I have my rulers and stuff. So I'm going to go through here and see what pages I might want to rip out of here. I do like this brocade looking pattern that's on this paper. But I'm going to go through it first and see what I like. And then if I don't, it's like if I find something I like more, I might use that instead. I kind of like this abstract stuff because I don't know what I would use it for. Or the floral stuff, because the floral stuff I find hard to like, unless I'm using it for like a pocket or something, I feel like it's hard to use this as a background for like, if you were stenciling on something. I hope that makes sense. The birds. I love this one, but I'm not using that today. So I did that one, and then that one was called Textile Floral. This one is Vintage Floral, and I'm pretty sure this is the same pad that I have in the 12 by 12. It's just like the smaller pieces. It's the 6 by 6s. Kind of like that one with the daisies. Oh, apparently I cut something off of this. I don't know why I didn't pull the whole thing out. That's weird. I don't usually do things like that. If I'm going to cut something off of a piece of paper, I usually pull the whole page out. I like this cool one. This is the reason I'm pretty sure this is it, because like this paper, I've seen that before. Yeah, that's a good reason not to be chatting right now. That's ironic. Earlier I was in our pantry getting a trying to get something off of a shelf, and I knocked an entire jar of preserves off the shelf in the pantry, and I had to clean it all up. Luckily, not a lot of the preserves fell out. There's only a small amount that I had to clean up on the floor. Okay, well, I pulled 2 pages out of that one. Let's see. Let's go back to this one. I might pull this page if I can find it. It's a weird looking pattern. Trees and stuff. I don't know what I would use this for other than a snippet, so just pull those out. So like I said, I do have my punch here. I'm going to rip some of this paper. I'm going to pull a guest check off of here. If anybody needs some of these, I bought a 4-pack. I've only used one of them so far, so. I used to have these as a kid too, because I would play restaurant. My mom used to get them for me. And what else do I have that I could put on here? I'm just seeing what's around me that I could use. I have this little piece of burlap ribbon. What else is over here? I have some pink paper. Okay, I think we're good. I am going to cut up some of this ribbon. Yes, definitely be careful with that, Tracy. I'm just going to cut some pieces off of these. Just some small pieces. This one's cute. I got this one on clearance from Hobby Lobby. It's sparkly, but it's not like glitter that's going to fall off of it and make a mess in my craft room. Because y'all know how I feel about glitter. As Jan used to call it, the herpes of the crafting world. I say she used to because she passed away. I'm just going to use these scissors for all of this, because this one I had to cut with the heavy scissors because it does have wire in it, but I'm just pulling the wire out of it. I don't have any intention of leaving that. Might as well just cut a couple pieces off of all of this. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, just so y'all know. I have absolutely never done one of these. Some pink one. And I do have some of the blue that was in that scrap container I had. I do have some scrap paper below me. Some rickrack. This is from Temu. You get a ton of this stuff. I don't even remember. I think it's like 50 yards. I will say that this stuff is tough. It's hard to get a pin back through it. Let's see what's in here. Piece of this off. So basically, like Tamara said earlier, it's like making a collage. That's what a snippet is, apparently. So that's what I'm going with. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I have no clue. There is no way this is 197 feet. I put the wrong thing there. that was 197 feet. That would be a lot more on here. And let's see. I think I have 3 of these. Maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's that one. Let's take a piece of this one. I got no clue what I'm doing, you guys. I just want to reiterate that fact. Yeah, that wasn't all of my paper that I have. I have more paper stash below me. The bigger pieces are below me. And for anybody that watched last night, I think I am going to redo that stencil on my surface. I'm not going to like I'm not going to repaint it. That's for dang sure. But I think I am going to redo the stencil. Put it back on top and redo it. Let's see what's in here. Because this is my other one that I use. And it has some strips in it of different things. And I like this because this is paper. It's not cardstock, so I'll take those 3 out. And by 3 I mean 4, because I can't count. Take that piece out. I'm trying to find things that I like that go with my my shabby chic theme. That's a piece of paper from the inside of the cover. I know that. I recognize that. I think this is a piece of the cover that I made for Miss Sharon for her journal. Let's see what's in here behind it. I try not to use the bigger pieces. Oh, that's a piece of that placemat that I used on an egg. It's a piece of paper that I used part of. Try not to use my bigger pieces that are in the back. That way I can save those for if I need to cover something. Especially if it's a bigger piece, like if it's a whole big piece. Like these pages in the back, this is a whole piece. This isn't. This is cardstock because I printed that myself. Okay. I'm gonna grab my ruler so I can rip things. And we're gonna figure this out. Aw, I'm sorry you lost one of your bells from your grandma. But yeah, be careful, Miss Tracy. Got a piece of this one. And I didn't want to trim more of it because I don't like the straight edge. I'm not throwing those away. I'm leaving those there. Let's see if I can put this in a couple more pieces. I'm just going to rip this right here because I don't like the edge like that. And these little pieces right here are going to go back in this little scrap thing. Hey, Kim. It's okay. You're not late. You're just... I could use that too. You're not late. And there's always replay for the stuff you missed. Honestly, I haven't really done much yet. So this is where I'm putting my scraps back in here. I need to get a bigger thing for this. I need to use one of my zipper bags because I have a ton of those and I love them. But that container came from my grandma. It's a piece of Tupperware that was my grandma's. So this is some ribbon we just cut off that. I am going to cut that a little bit. Let's rip this. And for this, I might have to do like some finger ripping because I don't trust myself with the metal being that close to my fingers. And I don't want to rip too much off of this. Well, so much for not ripping too much off of it, Amy. These little pieces I'm probably not going to keep. Let's rip a piece of this. I like the French wording. I don't have to have everything ripped with this ruler, but some of this stuff is fun. Especially, I do like doing the cardstock pages, especially because they're so thick. They're harder to rip by hand. Like this one, it's a cardstock piece that I'm sure I would have trouble trying to rip by hand. So I'm just going to put my cardstock that I've already used and stuff over here. That was paper, that's why it's doing that. And you can put your paper through this middle slot to help kind of hold, I don't want to say hold, but like keep it from moving around too much. It like keeps it in place, sort of. I could also come in with some scissors, wavy scissors or something to cut that. I might do that for this. This is a piece of burlap. Let's do this one. This is cardstock. That was just cardstock that I had printed myself. I don't like this butterfly one. That one's just paper, so it's easier to rip. I don't know that I want to use either one of those. And these are cardstock, so I'm going to rip this too. Piece like that. Like that. And then just rip the edge off where I'd already used this one. Okay. We're back where I keep it so that I'm not stabbing anybody, including myself, with it. I'm probably going to cut this. I don't remember why I had it, but it's just stretchy elastic ribbon. I did sew it together by hand right here. I just don't know what, I don't remember what I sewed it for, so I'm just cutting it up. Okay, let me see if I can get my scissors without knocking things. No, I think something's gonna get knocked out. Okay, whatever. These are my little kitty scissors that I got from Amazon. Now it was my my big punch that I have back there. It was this punch that's huge. That's off. But I don't care. So they're all different ones, wavy ones, jagged ones, scalloped ones. You name it, I have it. And another way I could distress the edging is just taking like these scissors and just opening them and just like doing that along it. So we'll just see as we go along how I want to do things with all of this that we now have out. So kind of not organizing, but kind of, so that I have room on here for that tape rule. Okay. I have no clue where we're going with this, but we're just gonna go. I don't really have any fabric. I could cut some fabric from this remnant that I have that I was going to use the other day and I didn't. This is just a piece of green remnant. It's only 7 inches. It's only 7 inches wide. It's not. So this is how wide it is. It's not very wide at all. You know, let's just cut this piece off the end. I don't know why this is not cutting through this better than that, because these are heavy duty scissors and this fabric is not thick. They might just need to be sharpened. Okay, now we got a piece of fabric to throw in there. Pull out some chiffon, but I don't know that I have any that are open. Oh, I still have all my lace from Wendy. Let's see what I have from Wendy. I have it in a little bag over here. And I haven't used any of it. This isn't even the most recent stuff that I ordered from her. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's cut a piece of this off. That one. Let's see if I can take a piece of this. I bought all kinds of crap from Wendy. I don't know what this is, but if I can find the end of it. I don't know why it's not cutting. Grab my scissors that are my fabric scissors. Maybe that'll cut better on this. Yeah, it definitely cuts better on that. I just shoved all the stuff I got from her in here. I don't know if I want to use any of this blue. If I can find the end of this piece, I might use a piece of it. And I got this from Wendy a long time ago. Like, I'm sure it was over a year ago. Come on. You would know I get the lace stuck in the zipper when I'm trying to close the dang thing. Okay. I just still don't know what we're doing, so there's that. You know what? We're just going to glue this stuff on. I know I said I was going to sew, but I feel like I have too much stuff, not enough pins. So we're just going to glue. And I'll just, if I'm using fabric or lace or whatever, I'll use my either tacky glue or beacons. But for paper stuff, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. And if I have it off the edge and I have glue on that part, I will try to get it off. But that piece, let's do something down here. I don't want to cover up the word artisan. I want to make sure I leave that out. And I can always cut up my burlap and stuff to be smaller. This, I'm taking this out. I don't want that in there. I hope these scissors can cut this. It's there. I'm going to use tacky glue for this. If I can get the, okay, I was about to say if I can get the tacky glue to open. You know, when my niece had to go home today, her mom called to let me know she was on her way. So I could tell her to start picking stuff up. And I did tell her to start picking stuff up. Y'all, she had a meltdown of all meltdowns. Her mom got here like 2 minutes later. Sorry, that was a craft lunch. It was a small one, though. Yeah, her mom got here like a few minutes later and was like, girl, you haven't cleaned up anything. I was like, I told her. I wasn't lying. And she was like, don't leave me. She was having a meltdown. And she was like, you didn't even tell me hi. She said that to her mom when she came in. I was like, oh my God, drama mama. Use. I'm just cutting the edges right here. I don't want to cut off a ton of it, so I'm kind of not going very in with this. It's curvy instead of having it all ripped. Let's put this down at the bottom. we can put next. Oh, let's see. Piece of ribbon. This. I'm going to use tacky glue on this because it's technically fabric. I don't want to use the art glitter glue on that. I don't want to have too much because I don't want it hanging off the edge with glue on it. Kind of like it just did. Grab a paper towel. I mean, I don't mind it hanging off the edge. I just don't want the glue hanging off the edge. I don't mind if the actual ribbon hangs off the edge. Let's see what we have over here. I don't know how these cut. Okay. These won't cut, apparently. I can't even get them open. Okay, I'm not trying those. I don't want them to do that to me. Let's see. You know what? Let's cut the edge of this smaller one like this. This is kind of like a stamp thing, but it's way too big to be a stamp. I do have a stamp punch down below, but did I get that out? Nah. But this is an interesting piece on this, like the way it's cut. Let's see if I can find something else to put underneath it that I have over here. I don't really want to use the guest check thing. Let's see what else. I'm not good at collaging. You know who is good at collaging? Cindy from Cindy's Craft Sensations. She does awesome collages. I'm just not good at it. I've never been good at it. I will be honest. I've never been good at like layering and doing this kind of thing. It's not my cup of tea, and I don't get it. And that's why I'm not good at it. Like, these are heavy duty scissors. I don't understand why they're not cutting. I'm reaching for my thing to sharpen them because it's going to drive me nuts. I hope this blade fits in here. It's not, so I'm just going to have to use the top part. This thing really does work, you guys. I've used it on other scissors. Maybe the tip needs to be cut a little bit. Okay. We'll see how they work now. If they don't cut through fabric easily, then I know they're just... I might need to get my other sharpener that I use for knives, because scissors are very similar to knives. I have no clue what I'm doing, you guys. So... Tamara just said it was like making a collage, so... I'm just trying to layer things that I think might look pretty together. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, me and collaging never really got to be friends. Let's use more tacky glue. Let's see what else we have. We can rip, cut, do something to. I've never seen Mandy do it, but I know, like I said, I know that Cindy is really good at it. She's done it on events before. I do want to put this somewhere. I'll put it there on top of the lace. want to put too much of the same stuff right in the same area. I don't like the scissors. I'm not using those again. I'm going to scallop the edges. Wow, Amy, your scissors didn't even go all the way through. Okay, apparently I'm just shredding the edges on this one. It's not going through, it's just shredding them. Okay, well, if that's how you're going to work. That's what you get for buying cheap scissors from Amazon. I actually have some better scissors downstairs that are Fiskars brand. I just never brought them up here. I left them with the craft stuff downstairs for Emmy to use. Whatever. I want to find something to put there. I just don't know what. Maybe it's one of the sheet music. I'm sure this will turn out fine in the end, but it's hard for me to do things like this because, like I said, not my cup of tea. But I do think it's going to look good in my journal when I'm done with it, so there's that. See, they already cut better. They aren't ripping up this lace that I have. Let's see, I want to put something else up there before I put this on. I mean, I know I don't have to cut up everything. Like, I could just stick this on here if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to, so those are crappy scissors too now. Let's see, back there by that. This is why I don't do this. Okay, put that by that lid so I don't lose it. I can never find things. Let's see. This one is a progressive dinner. I think that color is too close to what I want. Okay, let me see if I can find my perforation tool in here. That blade that I just showed you guys a few minutes ago is a perforation blade, but I don't keep that trimmer in here. So I'm just going to use this one that I got from Tim Holtz. Tonic Studios. And it has like a rotary blade on it, so I'm just going to cut off one of these little tags. Did I cut it in a straight line? Heck no. When is anything ever in a straight line with me? Not there. Put a piece of this over that. I haven't seen Mandy in a while. I need to see if she's in tomorrow's event tomorrow. I think she does Wednesday when it's journaling. Could be wrong. I do like to wipe up my glue. Yeah, I can cut a straight line with my paper trimmer somewhat. I cannot cut a straight line with my fingers and a pair of scissors to save my soul. That is just never going to happen. Let's see. Where's this? Let's see. I don't want this whole piece. I'm going to grab my ruler. I need to find my other one. I have a little one that's like, oh, here it is. It's underneath them. It doesn't have the piece in the middle, but I also don't think I'm going to break my fingers using this or, you know, hurt myself. But this is one I got from Temu. Those other ones are set from Amazon. Here. I don't want to put this one here. I love this burlap stuff. It's burlap webbing. For anybody that's wondering, it's not burlap ribbon. There is a difference. This has a tighter weave to it. Like the glue is not going to come through if you're using hot glue with it. I totally love for that. Because once you burn your hand on some things, you don't want that to happen again. Okay, I don't like how that was done. So, what's this? Cut a piece of this off. Yay, I'm so excited. I was working with my Disney stuff earlier. I had cut out some maps from those books that I bought, and I was putting them on some cards that I cut up. I tried to get Emmy to come in there. I had my big card, my big jumbo card, like playing card, and I was going to get her to help me do a collage on there because I figure if anybody could do a collage, it's probably a kid. But she was off in her own world today, and I was not about to go stop her because who knows what would happen. This is what I was looking for. That. What else do we have to put here? Thinking a piece of this. That. We've got about 8 minutes left. I know I'm not going to finish this thing, but I think we got pretty far along with it. I'm going to do this. Let's see how it works. I'm just cutting off the part that says 50 cent. I just made 2 of them. 2 little things, but whatever. I'll just rip this piece off. That wasn't big enough to save. I know that this is all about the layering. I'm just not 100% about what I like on here and what I don't like on here. This. This. there. I'm going to cut up the doily because I haven't used any of this yet. I haven't used any of this yet either. See, this is burlap ribbon, and it has openings. This is burlap webbing, and it does not. Well, thank you for having me today, Miss Tracy. Okay. I know this is probably really weird, but I'm cutting this whole piece out of the middle. That way you can have it for something. I can use that on something else. And then I can just cut a snip of this. And still have the rest of the ring. Legoland, that sounds like fun. I want to put something else up there. I just don't know what. I don't really want to layer fabric on fabric, and I don't want to layer paper on paper too much, but I like this paper. That there. Let's put another piece of sheet music. I might cut this in half too. And only use a piece of the part of the doily that I cut off. Which I am totally okay with. Put this here. It's curvy. I'm using this because I don't want glue all over my fingers. I already got glue on my fingers. Since I already have this out. I did already cut this, so I don't want it to cover up everything, but just adding it down here. And choose a piece of this fabric from Wendy. Yeah, the scissors definitely are fixed because they would not have cut that easily just now because they weren't cutting that easily a few minutes ago when we were using them. So anybody needs a sharpener for their scissors, Fiskars, this thing, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby online. I think. I could be wrong. I might have gotten it from Michael's. Both of those stores sell them. But if Fiskars is half off on a Hobby Lobby, I highly suggest getting it there because Hobby Lobby generally has better deals on stuff. And if it's Fiskars, it's all Fiskars. It's not like, oh, it's not. So I don't know. Tinkerbell. Y'all have heard me talk about my little experiment with the pixie dust. Tinkerbell was my favorite. I actually have a Tinkerbell that was framed that somehow went missing, and I still think my sister lost it, and she says she didn't. But I think she did because she took it off the wall. That's why I think she lost it. But Tinkerbell was my favorite. I loved Tinkerbell. And the funny thing is, I never watched Peter Pan as a kid. I had never seen that whole movie. Well, I'd never seen the Disney movie until I was an adult. The only reason I knew about Tinkerbell was because how she always does the intro on all of the Disney movies. And I had a ton of Disney movies as a kid because I don't live under a rock. That didn't do really what I wanted, but one of these scissors would. Because I just want to put it up there by the fabric. I never know which direction I want anything to go. We've made some decent progress on this snippet thingy. Like I said, it's always going to be a work in progress because this girl does not know how to layer things well. But I think I'm doing a decent job. Got 1 minute, and then we're going to go watch Kim. Growing Crafts by Kim. Let's see. There's a lot of glue coming through that still. Let's rip a piece of this off. Put that up there. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. Unless it's Fraggle Rock. I love Fraggle Rock too. I like to dance my cares away. Save my worries for another day. It still sucks that Disney wasn't able to buy the Muppets before Jim Henson passed away. My favorite Muppet, though, was probably Rolf. He's obscure, but I like him. He plays the piano. And that's not staying down well. Okay, guys. I am going to go. Let's go watch Miss Kim. I will be live again Thursday, I think. I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Bye, guys. This needs more glue.